And welcome to the show. It's two guys, two things. This is your ad-free comedy showcase podcast. Comedy showcase.
So, you can say podcast after that.
Is that a thing? That's an old-timey thing.
Showcase. Yeah, of course.
Or is that what they say when you go to like stand-up?
No. It's not that. No.
Open mic?
Open mic.
It's a comedy showcase.
There's no showcases. Yeah, that's on stage in the 40s.
In the 40s? So
yeah.
Okay. So it's okay.
Yeah.
Slightly vaudevillain?
Yeah, a little past it. It's like vaudeville's cousin.
Tony.
Yep. Tony Vaudeville.
Tony Vaudeville.
His character.
Yeah.
It's the Andy Kaufman character.
I like it.
Tony Vaudeville.
Chris, I've been listening to other podcasts recently, and I've noticed there's a lot of banter in the top of the show. And so let me just start with you.
For like 11 plus minutes.
How you doing?
I don't know. Hey, how about? I'm all right. What'd you do this week?
Things.
Yeah.
Did some things.
Was it a good week or?
It was okay.
Yeah, mine too.
I think we're done. I think that was good.
Yeah.
Did we qualify the banter part?
Yeah. I think we've mimicked perfectly.
Okay. We do banter. We banter, but it's not good banter.
No. We always do something up top. You know, I've argued that sometimes it's too long. You know.
Yeah.
But the reason I argued is too long is because what we just saw, you know, and we're like, what the fuck? What are they doing? And I felt sometimes ours was diving into that realm. It probably wasn't that bad.
Well, they're doing well, apparently. It doesn't
matter.
Right. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We're not talking ill of their podcast.
No.
Podcasters.
But I'm just saying,
podcasters.
I thought ours dove into that realm sometimes.
Yeah. And they're doing well. So
and I didn't sure. So we can
go off and we can do it.
Is that
Chris,
what you
do
want?
me a favor. You know, this is the secret to us actually succeeding in podcasting. Can you look 10 years younger?
I know. That would be big.
Could you do that for me?
No, I can't.
And I probably need to look 15.
No, I look older than you.
I don't know. It's the gray.
I mean, you have more gray.
I got lots of gray.
But I think you're still younger.
Appreciate
you
that.
have a little more gray, but.
Appreciate that. I shouldn't. I don't know why. Do you wear sunscreen?
No.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I don't have any like routine.
I thought for a while.
I barely take showers.
So, well, I heard you're not supposed to take as many as you thought.
Yeah,
and Al Roker lost his mind when he found that out. Did you ever seen that? So, what I remember when we were doing comedy 20-some years ago, and I thought you were a bit of a metrosexual, which is not even a term anymore.
Oh, it was a thing. Yeah. No. I mean,
were you ever?
No. So hold on. The thing is, I mean, probably according to some people, but
you are a metropolitan.
Yeah. So the thing is, it's so funny with that shit is it's like all that really meant was like guys caring about how they dressed.
And maybe they pluck an eyebrow.
Yeah. No, that's even beyond.
What's beyond?
Yeah, like if it wasn't like baggy jeans and just like some t-shirt and they didn't do their hair, that's normal. But if you did like any kind of anything, then that was considered that. Now that's more norm.
Now they do the mewing.
That's norm. Yeah, right. It's very normal now.
Hold on. Can we just mew for the camera really quick? 1, 2, 3, mew.
Well, you don't suck in your cheeks. It's all about the tongue.
No, you gotta.
No, musing's this.
Oh. Tongue to the top of the.
Mm-hmm. So like feel my soft, right.
Oh wow!
Now watch.
Okay. Oh wow! I feel that muscle.
Mm-hmm. That's why you can't talk.
Disgusting. Okay, so welcome to the show though. Two guys, two things. Comedy podcast.
We were having a conversation. I forgot to bring this up before we started the podcast.
Okay.
This is definitely one thing we have to cut.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris doesn't like this segment.
Listening to is that we have to.
But for us to decide who gets to tell their 15-minute story first, we do a little thing called This Week in Elon. And it goes like this. If there's no news on Elon Musk, I get to go first. If there is news on Elon, then Chris, you get to go first. I don't know why I agreed to this, because Elon...
You're losing every week.
I haven't won yet, but I mean, one day, he's going to let me down 1 week.
He will.
He will. Maybe not let me down, actually. So anyway, what's going on with Elon?
All right.
Going on with Elon?
A quick thing with Elon.
I did hear him going to Wisconsin.
Well, yeah, he was offering people $1 million to vote in Wisconsin, which is
legal.
Which
totally
is
legal.
Yep. You can definitely pay people to vote.
You could do that.
That's a legal thing.
I learned that in 7th grade.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Running for student body.
And that's
council.
why he,
But for that, it was candy canes.
He took down that tweet because it was legal to offer people money. to vote. So he did that. So on top of that, to kind of make up for it, because he knew he was getting into some bad graces with some people, with everything, but specifically the paying to vote, spreading misinformation on Twitter, things like that. He knew he's a little under fire right now. So he's like, you know what? People like the Yankees.
I mean, some people,
right?
A lot of people, but there's people that hate the Yankees.
That's why he's a little misguided. He thinks.
I guess Elon Musk kind of fits that.
He thinks the Yankees are the good guys.
Well, maybe he kind of fits that himself. Actually,
yeah. So it makes sense.
Elon Musk is the Yankees.
Yeah, it makes sense. He's a Yankees fan, so he's like, I gotta win back some of these people. Like everyone likes the Yankees, right? Not just me.
Sure.
So this week he invented torpedo bats.
He invented them.
Yeah, he invented torpedo bats. He thought, listen, if the Yankees can do well, people are gonna like me again.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do some research and invent a bat that allows him to hit like 15 home runs in a game.
Is he also gonna?
And then he paid the commissioner to make sure it's legal, at least for this year.
Is he gonna take the bats out to the voting booth too?
No voting. No.
If you don't vote this guy, we're
he's
gonna
trying
smash
to
you into this bat.
trying to step away with
Okay,
with
so
voting.
he's not using it as a fear tactic.
Nope. He just wants the Yankees to hit 9 to 12 home runs a game.
Okay.
Because if they're
doing good so far,
if they're doing well, he's doing well.
So okay, hey, look.
As the Yankees goes, Elon Musk.
We might lose some listeners, but I am a Yankees fan, so I fully support this.
Yeah.
So I lost this week, but I'm happy to lose because it helps my Yankees.
Exactly.
All right. Okay, Kristen, go ahead. You win. So 15 minutes on the clock, and tell your story.
Oh, well, these 15 minutes, folks.
I know they go by. They go by.
Yeah.
This is your 15 minutes of fame.
They go by without any noise, which I don't like.
Yeah. Well, that's usually how 15 minutes go.
Do we really need
You never know when it's over.
We don't need the 3 cameras. Right?
It's all good.
Then you can keep your phone and we can hear noise.
Nah.
15 minutes going.
Here we go.
Okay. So a pretty straightforward story tonight. So we're going to talk about an influencer named Victoria Rose that she revealed that she brazenly faked her own abduction, claiming that she just wanted to have a little fun.
Hey, that sounds fun to me.
Yeah. So
No complaints.
She was kidding, she says. She was kidding.
Just kidding.
Yeah, she was kidding. So she has 3.7 million followers on Instagram.
Okay.
And she
before the abduction.
And still.
Okay.
And still. Right. Guess people don't care. Guess people don't care.
All right.
So 3.7 million followers on Instagram. A little bit ago, she had some now deleted tweets that were from her captors. So she had a trip.
Her captors.
Yeah. She was in Nigeria. She took a trip to Nigeria, and then one of her tweets, she said, "I have kidnapped Vicky. She's with me in Nigeria. I am demanding $1 million for her release." That's what she tweeted out.
Wait a minute.
Just
say that first line.
I have kidnapped Vicky.
Okay. So and she made this up.
Yeah, I have kidnapped Vicky.
So she didn't use proper grammar.
Yes, she is with me in Nigeria.
Well, she was in Africa.
Yeah, and I'm demanding $1 million for her release.
Okay. Did Elon Musk pay her the $1 million?
So she tweeted. Yeah. So Elon Musk
got her
why. Released. Yeah, she's fine. She's fine. So that's how she started it.
Yeah, that's good.
So she said she was having fun.
Yeah.
But obviously it sparked outrage because when people saw it, they called the police. They filed police reports. So that was problem number one.
Hey, how you doing? What's your 911 call? I got. There's an influencer.
Some lady tweeted. She was kidnapped in Nigeria.
Okay. In Nigeria? This is Detroit. What do you think we're gonna do about it?
Who am I supposed to call?
Not us.
The FBI?
Like who? Yeah. Who? I mean, you just call your local police department.
Yeah. Again,
hey, some lady in
maybe the local FBI office or something. So, but obviously the captors tweeted on her account too, so that's good. So,
well, they're very socially aware.
Yeah, right. Oh,
these abductors.
This lady. So once you kind of saw people were like calling the police and wondering if she was okay, she went on an Instagram live and was like, no, I'm good. I didn't get kidnapped.
Okay.
She didn't get kidnapped. So she says we kind of got carried away with the joke.
Joke?
Yeah, I know. She's so funny. when some of her things that she's talking about, it's so funny to me because she talks about how it's funny and I didn't mean to do this, but we kind of got carried away with the joke. I don't drink or go to the club, so this is how I find my entertainment. This is what she says on the live.
Okay, so we are to equate faking your abduction with having a drink,
and entertaining. She's like, listen,
That's what I do for entertainment.
I don't go to the club.
Yeah.
I just like to pretend that a felony's been committed. Fake abductions and kidnapping.
My mother was murdered.
From Nigerians, apparently.
What's the problem with
So
that?
so she said...
Well, she was in Nigeria, though. She actually was in Nigeria.
She was in Nigeria.
So it could have been anywhere at the
That's
time.
true. That's true. Yeah.
I don't want to think that she's hating on Nigeria.
Yeah.
Could have been Germany.
Yeah, well, she could have decided to do that at any time, but
Exactly.
she decided to do it in Nigeria.
Sure.
So she described the incident as a misguided attempt to have fun, citing boredom as her motive. So very just fucking blasé about the whole situation. Like
We need to see. Did she make a video? You said
there's an Instagram live.
But of her saying that.
Yeah, she went live and was talking about it.
If she's trying to say this was a joke, I'd like to think, was it tongue in cheek?
Right.
Because it doesn't seem like she.
I mean, she didn't put a smiley emoji after she's like, I have kidnapped Vicky. Winky. She didn't do that.
Which should actually, I would then, maybe it is real.
Well,
if you get the winky emoji, that's kind of
or
real.
if you finish off any tweet with the fist, the fire, and the American flag, that's how she should have finished off that tweet.
And that would have said
whatever they
faking it?
Whatever they said in that in the messaging app.
Okay.
Whatever Pete Hetzig meant
Okay.
in that. Anyway, this is so I don't know if this was a tactic or she actually is, because she started going like super explaining to everybody that she's Christian. No, it's okay. It's okay. So she said, I don't go to the club. I don't drink. This is my form of entertainment. She says the Bible says laughter is good for the soul. Yeah. So I'd be wanting to laugh at this.
So I'd be wanting to laugh at this. Is how she talks.
Yeah, I was like, what? I don't understand any.
So she finds kidnapping funny.
Yeah, so then she keeps saying like, well, I don't date a lot because I'm Christian. I don't go to the club. I don't drink. So I need. Listen, Matt, I need to do something.
Right.
Like don't you understand, right? Like
I do.
Us Christians are very sheltered.
Yes.
So I have to have fun some way.
Right.
This makes sense to me.
And so the way to have fun is
it's a way to have fun.
Kidnapping. Yeah.
Yeah. So she acknowledged the gravity of the actions, kind of, because in her apology that she said on TikTok, she starts blaming everybody but herself. She said, "I take accountability and ownership. I'm sorry for anyone that I harmed in the process." It's like, well, you didn't really harm anybody. You just committed a felony too. You can't. So that's not good. So let me show her statement. When in her live. Some of the hashtags she used was news, influencer, hashtag prank. Like it was a prank. Cool, got it.
I don't know if she understands how pranks work.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah.
She doesn't understand how pranks work. So the last thing I kind of want to say about it is, so there's no, the funny thing is there's no real accountability for it. She kept saying it was funny, but she went on X and she said, I wanted to come here and apologize to anyone I've harmed. Then she goes into it. She says, now thinking things through, this comes with consequences, and I'm paying for it now. She said, my brother and father looked out for me throughout my entire trip to Nigeria. I love and respect them. I never want anything to happen to him, her brother. But then she says, the prank started with us calling people I know from America. Then my brother from the USA posted it and ended up on blogs. I don't know what that means. Afterward, my brother from the USA suggested I make a tweet to keep it going and saying it was a good prank. So apparently her first joke was just calling her friends as, I guess, the Nigerian, and was like, I kidnapped Vicky.
So wait, she had someone calling as the Nigerian.
Yeah, she said. She said it. She's
kidnappers.
Kidnappers. She's blaming her brother. She said she did this. He
told me to keep it up.
He told him to keep it up because I never intended blah blah blah. So yeah, the prank started with us. I guess the people she was with in Nigeria.
Okay.
Calling the people she knows in America. Then her brother got the idea. This is not her fault, by the way, Matt.
Yeah, sure.
Her brother got the idea and said, "Oh, you should make a tweet and keep this whole fake kidnapping thing going."
Okay.
And saying it was a good prank and that father was a good actor. So they got the dad to call.
Okay.
So that's a problem.
We're going to back up a little bit here, though, because you started this by saying she said, I kidnapped Vicky.
I have kidnapped Vicky.
And then requesting
$1 million
for her release. So here's my question.
Yeah.
Was there any money that people
interesting.
sent out?
They didn't say that. No, they did.
Because now I'm wondering, was this just through to make money?
Almost like a GoFundMe.
A GoFundMe
By faking your kidnapping?
After dark.
Yeah.
This is how we do it.
So the story seems to allude that it was just...
What was that movie where they kill Osama bin Laden that they made? Zero Dark 30. This is GoFundMe Zero Dark 30.
Yeah, there you go. Zero Dark 30.
Yeah. I don't know how I want to make money, but I want to make it in a really cool way. Hasn't been done before. Yeah. And it'll be funny.
I don't want to just ask for money like some poor person. Yeah. Like it needs to be in a way that really gets them. Mm-hmm. That's what's gonna do it.
I'd be kidnapped.
Yeah, I get it. I'm gonna say so.
No, it seems like they're just trying to make me make money.
Yeah. So
did they like leave a link of where you could donate?
No link. It just, which is so funny, in that we're like, I on Twitter, they're not calling anybody. Like if this was a real kidnapper, like what are we gonna do? How are we gonna get $1 million? I know. Tweet from her account. Just say, I'm demanding $1 million for her release. To who? Who are you demanding this from? And so I don't think money. It just talked about people looking at it and calling authorities.
Okay.
And that's when it got crazy. And then her apology also alludes to that her dad was the one, initially at least, first calling the people from America that they know. Because that's what she said.
So he's calling people in America saying,
that she knows.
Help, she's been kidnapped. I don't know what to do.
No, it sounds like, no, he's posing as the kidnapper.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Yeah, because that's when she said it started. She said, and dad, that's what the brother said, and dad's a good actor.
Okay.
So it sounds like they're calling and random people they know. And
so I'm going to share a story really quick. Okay, so
yeah.
My wife's cousin lives in Ethiopia. He's been living in there for like 18 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And she's always wanted to go back and visit him. And I'm like, I'll get right on that. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it's I mean, there's a lot of unrest.
For sure.
Sudan's close.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
And, she might stick out.
Yeah, right, right.
But anyway.
Right.
But his dad came one time. His dad came out to visit. They've been there quite a few times. So his dad came out to visit, and my wife's cousin goes to meet him.
Right.
And they're driving back to Ethiopia. I don't know or to the city they're in.
Right,
I don't know where they flew in from.
Right.
I mean, they had to travel far away.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, but on the way, and there's like this dead road. There's no one out there. All of a sudden, this vehicle comes coming out of nowhere, and comes up and stops. Their car.
Yeah.
Tells them to get out.
Yeah.
And shouting at them, and they're like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" And they're like demanding, like, push them on the thing and get them and stuff. And then I don't know what happened, but then they started like just kind of like started laughing.
The people who stopped them, like it was a joke.
It was friends of my wife's cousin.
Oh,
he set this up. He set this up as a way to screw with his dad.
That is not funny.
They were like shitting their pants.
Yeah,
like, oh my God.
Well, because I've seen those actual videos like in Mexico where like tourists get off in the wrong road, and then the cartel comes in their pickup trucks and stops them. Like, really?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
So it was friends of his,
Fuck.
and he had this would be funny to do this with my dad.
Oh.
His dad and his mom. So I think his dad and his mom.
So let me
they
ask
did
you.
not appreciate it. Like later on, they can laugh at it, but in the moment, they did not.
No, of course. I don't even think later on I would laugh at it. But like, so let me ask you this about then pranks, right? Not I got kidnapped prank, but pranks in general, like.
Oh, so non-felony
pranks.
Are those even pranks?
I don't really pull pranks. Or do you like pranks? Because usually it's like punching down, like it's at the person's that you're doing the prank on expense.
Correct.
And that's usually why I don't like.
So this is what I was gonna say, because when we are recording this on the last day of March, right? So
yes.
It says our Shabbos day today, by the way. But tomorrow, April 1st, April Fool's Day.
Right.
So.
Right.
she should have waited for April Fool's Day. Is what I was gonna say.
Maybe do that.
But
maybe do that.
What I love is like talking to kids.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to the kids at school and asking them about April Fools, like any ideas they want to do. And it's all like just really like, I'm going to have my parents eat poop.
Yeah.
It's like stuff like that.
So like that stuff,
okay.
that stuff's funny.
Oh, that's a prank. Oh, that's a funny prank. That's a good prank.
Yeah. But that's why pranks are a little tough, because usually like once the prank is done, it's people pointing at them like, look how dumb you look. Ha ha.
Okay, yeah,
and then that's like a little not fun. That's like a little not fun. And there could be innocent pranks, and that's fine. But there's a lot of them are just like,
When you hinted at the group chat,
right.
Pete Hegseth and stuff, they should have done that on April Fool's.
I know. Then
it's like,
then they have an out. They have an out.
You have an out.
They have an out.
You have an out.
Yeah.
And that's why actually the tariffs don't start April 1st.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Because he's superstitious. Is it a superstitious day?
Yeah, maybe.
April Fool's is a superstitious day. Does Trump not trust anyone on April 1st?
He's just holed up in his room. Nobody, like, don't knock on my door. Don't talk to me.
Have a good day.
They're going to get pushed back anyway.
Why?
What do you mean?
What do you have planned?
What do you mean by a good day?
I mean a good day.
Yeah. All right. So started with obviously the calls.
Yes.
Which like, okay, I guess it's within your inner circle, so that innocent enough. Even though if I got a call, like if Jesse was on a trip and I got a call, like I got Jesse, I need $1 million, I would go beep, call local FBI office right away. So, but innocent enough, it's in their own circle. But then she says, this is so funny. I love that she throws her brother and her dad under the bus, and it's not her fault. She's like, my brother had the idea to tweet it and keep it going.
Hashtag keep it going.
Yeah, and then he said even.
Which is weird. I noticed that. Hashtag keep it going.
Yeah.
No one questioned that.
We should start that. He even mentioned we can make money by creating cryptocurrency based on the prank.
Oh my god.
That's what the brother said, according to her.
They're totally trying to make money.
No, but listen to me. Maybe that's true. I still hate so much that she's only putting it on her brother. He said we can make money off. Okay, that's the timer. That's 15 minutes. And then Father and I. This is funny how she says that. Father and I.
Well, she's very Christian.
Yeah. Father and I agreed, but in hindsight, it was a terrible idea. We weren't thinking at all. It quickly became clear how bad this was when his friends started calling him concerned. That's when we decided to go live and explain that it was all fake. Those videos you've seen of me trying to explain myself are from that moment. I learned a lot from this. I'll be taking my time off the internet, fake, no you haven't, to reflect fast and grow closer to God. And then the last thing she writes, please keep me in your prayers. Fuck you. Pray for you because you did something. So there's a couple things I take away from that. Keep me in your prayers. Fuck you.
Come on.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I'll keep everyone in my prayers.
And not her. And then the only other thing is that it really tickles me is the throwing the brother under the bus. She's like, listen, man, I was just having fun. My brother was the one.
But there's no fallout that she didn't like lose followers.
I looked at her Instagram followers today.
Yeah.
It said 3.7 million.
Wow. So no fallout.
Which is crazy that we can just do whatever the fuck.
So the question is, she's gonna do this again.
Something like it. Well, she learned her lesson.
Did she?
People are playing for her.
So now, but it's gonna be. She has to go higher up or something.
Go deeper than a fake kidnapping from Nigeria.
Yeah.
Well, good luck finding that.
I don't know.
I don't know what that would be. I mean, it would have to be like I'm dead, like Vicky is dead. I request $1 million.
Hashtag keep it going.
Yeah.
But give me $1 million to see me come back to life.
Yeah, right. Like Tinkerbell.
Yeah, that.
I turned Vicky into Tinkerbell.
That seems like
give me $1 million and we'll start clapping.
A blatant call for money.
Yeah. Blatant. No, the thing is, like, I don't think for her. I thought she just
thought she was being funny.
A dumb.
Okay.
But then blaming her brothers.
Hey, guess what?
Fucked up.
She just got a new subscriber right now.
Us?
She just got a new subscriber.
3.71.
Let me put 15 minutes on the clock. There's a lot to get through on this one.
Okay.
So.
Oh boy.
I know.
Should have took notes.
So here it is. This is about a Brooklyn crypto influencer. He convinced his friends to invest in a bogus company that referenced a Seinfeld reference.
Okay. Not a crypto company or just a bogus company?
A bogus company.
Okay, got it.
He's a crypto influencer.
Sure.
And he started a bogus company.
He started the company.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't get that. Got it.
He was sentenced for nearly 4 years in federal prison for the multi-million-dollar Ponzi scheme.
Whew.
Okay.
All right.
His name is Thomas John Sfraga. Sfraga.
Wire. Okay.
Sfraga. He's a one-time popular podcaster.
Interesting. And then he went to crypto.
He used to go by the name TJ Stone.
Okay. I already like this guy.
Sounds like that's a radio host.
Lordy. Yeah.
Hey, Morning Commute with TJ Stone.
Yeah, it's definitely a fake name.
Well, no, but that's what he used as a podcast.
Of course.
That's good. But he defrauded at least 17 people of over $2 million.
Oh, 17. What did Madoff do?
Well, I get it, but I mean, those are wealthy people.
Of course.
If you could make $2 million off 17 people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, for me, if I were to defraud 17 people, I'd probably get like $200 and maybe a sub sandwich.
You're not defrauding the right people.
Right, I don't have the connections.
You make those connections.
He has the connections.
When you're a fraudster, you make those
if
connections.
you were to defraud 17 people, how much money are you walking away with?
$1,700.
Okay, better than me.
Yeah.
Better than me.
Yeah, I can get $100 from 17 people.
Some of them are just like family, so it's like, I got,
12 of them would be family.
I got a niece who's like 11. She doesn't have much money.
Listen, there's a fine line between.
And I would defraud her.
There's a fine line between borrowing and defrauding.
Okay, that's a good point.
Like, ask my dad, it's borrowing.
Yeah, sure.
but I can get $100 from 17 people.
So, he convinced them to invest in his business ventures, which he called the Vandelay Contracting Corporation.
Nope. See, right away, if this man came up to you and said that, you'd be like.
So my question is like.
No one watches Seinfeld?
It's been in syndication for years.
Yes. One of the most popular shows of all time.
Yeah, no one seemed the 17 people. No one questioned.
And that's not. And the thing is, when you hear Vandelay, there's no parsing words. There's no maybe this or maybe that.
Could be real.
It's Vandelay equals fake company, like period.
It's the epitome of a fake company.
Yes, it's the fake company.
Yeah.
In pop culture.
So. Honestly, if I were the judge, I'd be like, these 7 people didn't know that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're innocent. That's on them.
Yeah, you hear Vandelay. You're like, come on.
Right? That's crazy.
It's a little ridiculous.
So investments in Sfraga's Vandelay company.
That's crazy to me.
Proved just as phony as.
So bold. I know, I apologize.
No, it's good.
The fucking balls on this guy to not only defraud people.
Like, hey, you knew what you were getting into.
Yes.
I told you it was Vandelay.
Not only defraud him, but to that's just like salt in the wound. Like, I'm going to defraud you and I'm going to rub it in your face that you're.
Could you imagine if that's how they find out that they were being defrauded by watching Seinfeld?
Well, no, they didn't hear it from the news. They didn't hear it from there's like
Vandelay, that sounds that's familiar.
That's a coincidence.
Wait, isn't that the company I loaned $1 million? Wait a minute.
Did you talk to George Costanza?
Wait a minute.
Was his name George?
Yeah. Does he use the same guy? Yeah, the CEO, Costanza.
Yeah.
He probably could have gone with that too.
No,
they wouldn't have known.
Yeah, it would have been funny to watch an episode of Seinfeld.
Look, I need $50,000. Look, I got to take it up to my CEO, Costanza. Okay, I'll be back.
If he named him Costanza,
that
would be.
Hey, do what you got to do. I get it.
So funny to watch an episode.
He's in a meeting with Steinbrenner.
Yeah, I know, right. He works for the Yankees too, by the way. That'd be. I can imagine whoever these people are, they probably would at least at first think it's just a coincidence. If they saw that episode, be like, well, that's weird.
Or I'm a huge Seinfeld. I love that's awesome. Yeah. How the coincidence.
Oh my God, I love Seinfeld.
I love it. Of course I'll give it.
Yours name's Vandelay too. Like, honey, isn't that the company that you invested in? No, that's from a show, honey. That's a different Vandelay.
It's coincidence.
Different Vandelay.
It's ironic.
Jesus Christ.
Give them money. So from the show,
sure.
Costanza concocts the company to convince state bureaucrats that he's looking for work so that he can still receive unemployment checks.
Right. And
it's a supposed latex manufacturing company, import, export.
Yep.
Right. But
Say Vandelay.
But Sfraga, 56 years old, he wasn't looking to fool government
56.
workers.
Why did I think young?
No, he's 56. He decided instead to rob friends, neighbors,
come on, man.
old classmates,
whoever,
and even his child's baseball coach.
Cool. I mean, this guy, heart of gold. This one, he does not give a shit. Like he just doesn't care. That's crazy. I was embarrassed. Like if I'm like, even like as a kid, like the fun run and stuff, like I didn't like asking people I knew. It felt weird, even for little,
for fundraising,
for little shit. Yeah, for fundraising.
Remember, like for Little League, we had to go and sell like beef jerky.
Yeah.
I hated.
Me
that.
too. Like I can't even just ask for fundraisers. So let alone fake companies.
I know.
That's
it's actually going to something. Well, maybe not.
Well, now that I think about it, if I would have known,
I think Little League is just a giant Ponzi scheme.
Probably. Whoever.
You think about it, as a coach and as a board member, you don't get paid anything.
Right.
So who's getting that money?
The uniforms?
Supposedly.
Equipment? But that's usually the coach's.
My uniform wasn't even a real team.
Was weird. Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't matter. Anyway. But yeah, he would even the parents of children who played on the team.
No shame, man. No shame.
Right? So he ran his scam from 2016 to 2022.
Okay.
He told his victims they were investing in real estate and cryptocurrency ventures. But he used the money instead for personal expenses and to pay back victims to lull them into thinking that he was trustworthy.
And that's where the Ponzi comes in. Because usually with Ponzi, like you steal from someone else to pay back the person you stole from, and it's a vicious cycle until you can't do it anymore and you go to jail. But
Right.
The thing is, whenever, the first time I heard about a Ponzi scheme obviously was Madoff, right? And I didn't really understand what that meant. But now it's simple, right? You steal and then just like the TikTok,
which we talked about.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Right.
Like he wooed these ladies and then he took them on a ride.
He would use the money from the last lady he wooed to impress the current lady.
Yeah, with trips on jets and other, and then he'd keep doing it over and over.
one to get the other.
Yeah. Right. And so obviously we get what Ponzi scheme out. But the thing is, I always thought, like, for one, conning seems just like just so exhausting, just in general. Yeah. And then on top of it, Ponzi schemes seems like exponentially just exhausting. Like you can never rest. You're always on. You have to constantly be finding the next person, or else the person you just stole from will report you. Like it just seems so exhausting. And I'm all about like alternative money making. Like you don't like not the 9-to-5 job. That's fine, but man, it seems way more work to do this. Then you know what I mean? Like it's like I feel like you're constantly under pressure, like nightmares. Like you can't not stop thinking about it. It's like,
but it's probably a bit of that thrill.
I bet there has to be some of that in it to keep going, right?
Yeah.
Not enough for me.
Well, sure.
But that just feels like I would feel horrible.
Oh, no.
The whole time.
Oh, no,
Not even about the people I
what a rush.
Just inside of me, it would feel
You don't
horrible.
need drugs when you're doing this, man.
Well, I guess.
You don't need to be a good Christian girl who goes to the club.
Pray for me.
Right? You just gotta. That's what because she was kind of doing this already.
Kind of.
She was doing a Ponzi scheme already. That's something. No, my cousin paid me money, and then I used that money to So anyway, investors eventually caught on.
As they do.
But Sfraga fled to Arizona using a false identity.
Did you think that was like a different country? He's like, I'll know what I'll do. Arizona.
Hey, they don't have daylight savings time there. Maybe that'll fool them.
The cops have no jurisdiction in Arizona, see? Let's go to Tulsa.
I saw Breaking Bad.
Wait, that's Oklahoma. I meant Tempe. It would have been funnier if I said Tempe first.
It would have been. But it was Breaking Bad, wasn't it?
New Mexico.
Damn it.
Close.
Damn it.
The states look the same.
They do look the same.
Yeah, it's the same state.
It's not a cat guy.
I drove through them going to Austin, right?
Yeah.
And I could not tell you when I hit Arizona and when I hit. It's the same state.
Okay.
Two of the same states.
All right. New Arizona.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
But it's funny to flee to Arizona as if it's not the United States.
He then fled again to Nevada.
The desert state.
Where he was finally arrested for not paying his tab at a casino in Las Vegas.
Always. It always turned out like it's always something dumb. It's always like, oh, the tail light's out, so he got pulled over. Oh, and by the way, you stole $2 million from people. It's always.
I'm just gonna run these plates really quick.
So dumb.
Sure, no big deal. Don't worry about it.
It's always
whoa, hello, what's going on here?
Yeah,
Lighten up.
It's something so dumb.
4th of July.
Why didn't he just leave the country? Like go to a country that doesn't extradite.
He didn't have like money, did he?
Yeah, right. Like they go to a country that doesn't extradite, and then you just live.
Sure.
Apparently, according to White Lotus, Thailand doesn't extradite. You can just be a criminal and then
You can do anything in Thailand.
Go to Thailand.
You
Yeah.
can do anything in Thailand. The U.S. District Judge.
That's on their license plates.
Yeah, Vegas. What states are
Thailand? You can do anything here.
Yeah,
and we mean anything.
And you don't need to tell anyone.
Nope. Anyway,
because we all know and we don't care. But he sends him to this judge to have 45 months in prison.
What is this like a newborn? You know how everyone just says, "How old's your kid?" 27 months. Okay, your fucking kid's too. Okay.
What's the crime? Because at one point it goes from toddler age. At some point it comes to adult.
This is a toddler crime because it's still months. Because it's still in months.
Yeah.
45. Why don't they just say like 5 years?
I don't know.
Well, it's not quite 5.
I don't know. After pleading guilty to wire fraud in May of 2024, the judge also ordered him to forfeit $1.3 million.
Because it wasn't his.
The amount Sfraga will have to pay back to his victims will be determined at a later date, though.
How about all of it?
And I love that the fact that, so here we're talking about this guy Sfraga, and yet here's the picture they show.
Oh my God.
The article.
The articles of George.
George Costanza.
Jesus Christ. That's so funny to me that he called it Vandelay. Oh, God.
He even found victims at cryptocurrency networking events.
Yeah.
Stole money gifted to a young couple for their wedding.
This guy's a piece of work, dude.
Right.
What is it? I mean, but the thing is, what's the end goal? Just live your life like this forever? Like, what's the end goal? Like he's
Prison,
like bad guy Robin Hooding it, right? Steal from the rich to pay for yourself.
Right.
He's oh no, so it's Bizarro Robin Hood, but is that the ultimate goal? Just to you just have to keep living like this forever now? Like what was he expecting to happen?
At some point, you would probably, instead of going to Arizona,
leave.
Go to Thailand.
Right. Go to Thailand or something. And then it seems like the point of doing this is to get money, right? Right. But then you're spending it to prove that you have money. So like you have to have some kind of end goal here, man. Which is like it is not sustainable. To live like this. It's better just to like fucking steal the money and then go.
Right.
Because then you're okay.
He has a family. So he doesn't want to leave his family. I mean, maybe they all moved to Arizona.
He has morals.
He's got morals. He's got to stand somewhere.
That's true.
So here's some of his morals. So
we're sorry.
We got 2 minutes.
Okay.
He fooled a victim from Long Island, and that victim's father
probably
into investing hundreds of thousands of dollars for real estate projects.
Hundreds of thousands. Jesus Christ, man.
Then he also said he convinced him to give him $50,000 in wedding gifts. When the victim demanded the money back, Sfraga said, I don't got it. My dad lives in Alaska. He's dying. I got to see him. I got to go see him.
But God, it's still my money, though, bro.
I know, but if you could help me out, right?
No, but it's still my money. So.
No, I know.
Oh, but your dad.
But so then he created this e-wallet.
I thought you were about to say e-walk, but go ahead.
No, an e-wallet, and he got a check for $30,000 from someone, and they asked for it back. But then he said that, I'm in the hospital. I'm having a heart attack.
Oh my God! So you have to always. So
he keeps coming with these excuses.
Yeah. It can only those can only
dying.
Yeah.
I'm having a heart attack.
Right. Your Rolodex can only last so long.
Right.
About what can I say next?
I didn't get the Wordle today.
Yeah.
I got it incorrect.
Sorry.
I don't know. So he was on a podcast. It was very popular. He actually made money on his podcast years before. It was 3 People Like This. Is the name of the podcast.
Okay.
All right. So he was making money off of that.
All right. Not enough, I guess.
Not enough. And now they should show the guy.
Oh, that's him?
He is bald. Well, no, he's not bald. He's not like Costanza.
He looks like. Let me see him again.
Is it Gutfeld?
He looks like. What does he look like? He looks like somebody.
He does look like somebody. He was famous. He was a famous podcaster.
Yeah, well, sure.
This is how podcasting ends. With Ponzi schemes.
Well, listen, we had a discussion about what we want to do this podcast. I think we can go that direction. That's the ultimate goal, right? To make money in the podcast.
Yeah.
But let's go Ponzi scheme. Ponzi scheme / church. You ask for the basket. We'll do the digital basket.
The digital basket. I love it. So when he
hold on. That's our new app, the Digital Basket, and all it is just donations to us.
Yeah.
But it's an app everyone can download.
And they'll feel good doing it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
We'll tell them. Did you see that video? Like, Trump's, Christ advisor, that lady, whatever the fuck. But she was saying like, for every $1,000, donate $1,000 to me and the church, and I'll send angels to you, so angels will always be watching
I
you.
did not hear this.
Well, we'll look into it.
Okay, all right. I got to wrap.
So I apologize. I apologize.
I got to wrap this up.
Sorry, Elliot.
So when he was in Arizona, he got caught because there was an unrelated property crime.
That's so dumb.
And he was sent to prison, but he paid the $3,600 cash. And
Right.
Then and that's
Sure,
when he fled to Nevada.
Oh, sure.
And then while he was in Nevada, he was at the Wynn Casino.
I can't believe
And he didn't pay his bill.
Why would you, if you're doing this as your career, ever not like pay a bill, your car registration, your license renewed? Like, what would be the point of not paying a bill, knowing like it's the dumbest way to fucking get caught, man? Yeah. It's so stupid, so stupid.
But apparently, this podcast, 3 people like this. I'm gonna go back and listen to this. It had over 1 million listeners.
Oh wow!
Had sponsorships.
Not enough money.
Not enough money. He wanted more.
Yeah.
He flew too high to the sun. Okay. All right. Well, I thought there was more to that.
All I was going to say was Icarus.
Yes.
I was just going to agree with you.
Well, yeah, that's what he was trying to do. And then for some reason they showed Julia Louis-Dreyfus in the article. I don't know
because she was on Seinfeld.
She was, but that's
so dumb.
That's the tie-in. I don't get that.
And this girl.
Anyway, so
all right.
That's the story.
This is a piece of work.
We have influencers today.
Yeah. The takeaways are a little easier. So, I guess the takeaway would be
they tied it nicely.
Stay creative, but find a better way to make money. Like you don't gotta fraud people. You don't gotta fake your kidnapping.
Okay.
You don't gotta do crypto coins.
Okay.
Just be creative. You don't gotta do that 9 to 5. But find a better way to make money.
All right. And my takeaway is we're still waiting for the trial here for this guy. For
Karen Reed's trial?
No. This guy.
Oh, got it.
So what he needs to do, he needs to get in touch with the Instagram lady. And they need to kidnap.
Oh.
He needs to get
He needs to be kidnapped.
He needs to be kidnapped
He
by
needs
her.
to be kidnapped, yeah. He needs to be kidnapped.
And blame it on some Nigerians.
And then ask for $1 million.
But if he actually goes to Nigeria, he'll probably be safe.
I don't know if Nigeria extradites.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
You know what I mean? So that's the solution.
He definitely needs to fake a kidnapping for sure.
If he needs a lawyer, I'm sure Cosmo Kramer can probably step in.
Yeah. Saul Goodman. Yeah.
But we don't have anyone else. They showed Julia Dreyfus and
no,
Alexander.
Jackie. You should have said Jackie.
Oh yeah.
Childs?
Yeah, Jackie Childs.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know your Seinfeld. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. 2 Guys 2 Things. Where else can find
so
us?
we're on YouTube at 2 Guys 2 Things on YouTube.
We are? Okay.
We got.
Oh, we are because
we got. No. Don't
sorry.
point it out. We got full podcast videos on YouTube at 2 Guys 2 Things. We got clips. We're on TikTok at 2 Guys 2 Things. The 2s are the number 2s.
And if you join our Patreon, we will share the hardcore videos on YouTube.
Yeah, we don't have one, but we should get a Patreon maybe. I mean, we're not gonna have any subscribers, but.
For the hardcore videos.
Let's put like $2.99 a month. Come on, $2.99 a month.
That's too much.
That's too much.
How much did you pay to listen to yourself?
No, there's a difference. Listen to myself or listen to this podcast.
Both.
Don't
answer.
Myself.
Goodbye. Thank you guys for listening.